Welcome back, YouTubers. This is a long overdue video, and I do apologize because it's way overdue, like maybe a month and a half. Anyway, a while back, Tom Chitwood tagged me to see my first aid kit when everybody was doing their first aid kits and showing them, and I did pay attention, Tom, and I know I did say I'd get it done as soon as I could, but I actually got really involved in watching all of the videos and uh, people's mentality behind their first aid kits. And I think I watched every first aid kit video on YouTube. Some were absolutely outstanding, while others literally made me gasp and shudder. Um, I, I don't understand people's thought process behind some of the things they carry and why. But for the most part, whether people were using natural remedies or natural resources for their first aid, that's fine. If they know what they're looking for, they know what they're doing. By all means, that's wonderful. I mean, hundreds of years ago, that's how it was done. That's how the Indians did it. Some kits I viewed basically had everything but the AED machine in there. And if you want to haul all that, that's fine. But there is one thing you have to remember: the kit you carry needs to match your knowledge behind it. You have got to have the skill set and the training to use what is in your first aid kit, whether it be just a simple couple of band-aids and some duct tape, or you're getting into basically trauma. Um, I'm not an expert by any means. I'm a nurse. I'm a first responder. I've done EMS for years. Um, and in my opinion, there really are no experts when it comes to first aid or, the medical field for that matter, unless you're Ben Carson, who's a pediatric neurosurgeon running for president. And I don't even think he's an expert. I know that, techniques and protocols change constantly when it comes to uh, treating first aid and trauma. And I mean, look at the Red Cross has changed their protocol on CPR. I don't know how many times, and I don't even know where they're at right now. Um, but anyway, this is about first aid kits and my first aid kit. This right here is what you would call a nurse's traveling first aid kit. Now, I don't travel anymore, um, but this is what I take when we do travel, any sort of distance, go on vacation, you know, go see family that's out of state, obviously. And I'm not even going to get into this kit, kits, because that's for another video. I have everything in these two bags to treat any type of trauma, any type of cardiac event, respiratory event, diabetic event, shock. Um, and trust me, when you're on vacation, we use these like several times. Um, but I'm not going to get into these. If you want to see the inside of these kits and what I have in there and why I have it, I'll do a separate video. But trust me, everything in this kit I've used before, I'm trained in it, and I know what I'm doing. So it's not an overboard kit, it's just something that, I carry. We come across a lot of things when we're out and about, and it has saved a couple lives, trust me. But like I said before, I seen a lot of kits on YouTube, and they, like I said, they were outstanding kits. They were well thought out. It appeared that everybody had their training and their knowledge, and it was great. But I saw one that said, "Well, I carry an aluminum tube in my first aid kit in case I got to perform a tracheotomy." Let me die. You don't want to do anything like that. Trust me. You just don't want to do that. The only thing you need to know is basic first aid. Um, and know what you're doing, because trust me, you can hurt someone more by not knowing what you're doing and using equipment that you don't know how to use. You can hurt a lot of people. Um, no one, not even me, needs to be performing tracheotomies in the field. It, that's just doesn't happen. You need to treat bleeding. You need to treat shock. You need to know the people in your party, what type of medical problems they have. If they have food allergies, you don't want to be cooking all in the same pots and sharing stuff. You want to know if they have cardiac problems, if they're diabetic. You want to know if they have any other type of allergies like bee stings. You need to go out. The first line of defense is being prepared. Knowledge. You need to know what's going on with people. And that's all I'm going to say. I could sit here for hours and lecture, and I'm not going to. This is my first aid kit. This is what I take out when I go. I got this at Walmart. I kept everything in it that came with it and just added to it. That's all I did. This is a blood draw tourniquet. And the only reason I have it in here is if I'm out. And this, I also have a day pack or extended stay pack that supplements my first aid kit, because in that day pack I have a tick key. I have my Sawyer venom extracting kit. Because down here we do have poisonous snakes and spiders. But I have this in here in case I do get bit by something and don't have the extractor kit. And I can tie off above the bite and just get my butt home or get my butt to a hospital. As far as tourniquets go, I don't recommend the use of any type of tourniquet. Not a belt, not a soft tourniquet, unless you're trained, you've applied them. You have to know what time you put it on, what time you take it off. You have to know where to put it. And furthermore, they do not recommend using tourniquets. Um, you should be able to stop that bleeding by external direct pressure. Um, that will stop bleeding. I'm not a believer in tourniquets, but this is just there for a severe emergency. The usual stuff, Neosporin and a little travel spray, um, tape, a little bit of surgical tape, super glue. Basically, all you need in a kit is a tampon and super glue, and you're covered. Just some super glue, some antiseptic wipes, betadine wipes. I keep a couple of Propel workout waters in here for hydration and electrolyte replacement, just in case. There's some more triple antibiotic ointment and burn cream. That's in here. This came with the kit. Uh, Diphenhydramine for allergies, non-aspirin, which is acetaminophen, antacid, ibuprofen, and an anti-itch cream. Over here we have some sting relief, a couple of them, alcohol preps, more antiseptic towelettes, various band-aids, all different kinds of band-aids, and an oval eye patch. I think that's important to have in your kit. And knuckle bandages and stuff like that. Believe me, I use a lot of band-aids. Just a sheet that came with the kit if you don't know what's going on. I also threw in some of these goodies, pain relief powders. They act super fast in your system, like really, really fast. They're also good to have. And just some 2x2 gauze pads. Well, like I said, in my day pack, I do have some other stuff to supplement this. Like I have steri strips and butterfly strips, and another small first aid kit in there just to supplement what's not in here. That's basically all you need. I mean, take with you what you need for where you're going and what you're going to be doing. It's that simple. Throw a couple tampons in your first aid kit. They can absorb a lot of blood. Um, you just have to think practically, and you'll be fine. Let people know where you're going, how long you're going to be gone, what you're going to be doing when you're out there. Um, Always have a cell phone with you. The first thing, if something should happen, you should dial 911. If you have no service, walk, get in a tree, get some bars, and call 911. Don't ever try to be a hero. Don't ever try to go into a situation that, could potentially hurt you as well. So there you go, Tom. That is my personal first aid kit. And I'm sorry this video is so late. If you do want to see what I have in the other kit, I'll be more than happy to show it to you. But I didn't want to make this video, and it's already 11 minutes long. I hate when it goes over 10. But there's enough in there to really. Sorry about that abrupt cutoff there at the end at a phone call. Well, I just want to say that, first aid kits are very important, but so is your knowledge. Um, a lot of the one thing I don't see a lot of in the kits is aspirin, just regular 325 milligram aspirin. Not only a pain reliever, but it could actually save your life if you're having chest pains and you don't know what's going on. Pop the aspirin. It's not going to hurt you. It will buy you some time. So please, everybody put in aspirin. Not baby aspirin, not enteric coated, regular old bear 325 milligram aspirin. It could possibly save your life or, someone else's if need be. So with that said, thank you for watching. And again, Tom, I'm very sorry that, I was so late with this video. But it's done. And I'm done because it's long and I don't like long videos. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helped some people. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. Um, and again, if you want to see the other kit I have, the more extensive kit, just, let me know and I'll be more than happy to show it to you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.